Hey, welcome back to The Messier the Better. Rebecca Mueller, licensed marriage and family therapist. Thank you so much for being here. Today, we're going to cover why codependents have such a difficult time implementing boundaries. We're going to cover what boundaries are, what they may feel like, what feels harsh about them, and what can actually feel really relieving about them. So, here we go. As codependents, we've covered this before in a previous video. If not, go back and find it, click on it, Codependency Part 1. What happens in codependent relationship is that we operate on an understanding of relationship that says, if you're okay, then I'm okay. So what can I do to make you okay so that I'm okay? And then that pattern of behavior that says I'm other oriented all the time through all of my day, and I'm giving, 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 because if you're okay, then I am good. The problem with this is that I'm exhausted. When do I have needs? When do I get my needs met? How can I choose myself? We say things like, you're selfish. That would be selfish. That's self serving. I mean, if I could, I would, so I should. What that does to us as individuals is it absolutely robs us of our independence and our individuality. And we become not relationship based with this person. We actually just become a function. We take out the personal give and take in a healthy relationship, what we call reciprocity. We take that out and instead it's give, 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 give. No, 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 I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. Again, exhausting. So let's go to what boundaries would look like. A boundary will look like me sitting with myself and saying, A, is this good for my safety, health, and well being? I'm taking through the basics of boundaries. Number one, is whatever I'm trying to do good for my safety, health, and well being? A lot of times, codependents find themselves in abusive, dangerous situations. That answer right there, is it good for my safety, health, and well being? It's a no, it's not. And if it's not good for your safety, health, or well being, then you need to go. Please hear me say that. You need to go. Because that is not a boundary issue, that is a basic human right issue. But I'm taking it to the baseline because there's a lot of things that we do as codependents that make unacceptable behavior acceptable. We'll cover that in another video, but that's something that we have to work on reframing. So again, if it's not good for your health, safety, and welfare, adios, amigo, off we go. If it is, and then we go up a level, we say, do I have time or energy to do this thing for this other person? If you don't have time and energy in your own life, in amidst all the things that you have to do for yourself, then you can't give to somebody else. It's like me saying, I have $5, but I'll give you 10. That doesn't work out. It doesn't work out for my bank account. My bank's going to tell me it doesn't work out. And then they're going to put on an overdraft fee with percentage of interest. So now I'm actually in the deficit for helping you with the thing that I didn't have to do for myself. So if I give to you, but I don't have time and energy, now I am putting myself underneath stress. That stress will compound and will play out in my emotions and in my actions and in my choices. So I'm going to become a little more irritable. I might become sad. I might become needy. I might become desperate. I might start choosing things to soothe myself that I actually am not choosing, like the 43rd cookie that I'm going to eat or the fourth drink I'm going to drink because we're soothing ourselves because we have given away too much and we have not saved for our basic existence. Nobody's looking out for you. I hate to say this, but you're looking out for everybody else, but nobody's looking out for you except you. So you've got to come back to one, safety, health, welfare. Two, do I have time and energy in the midst of everything I'm already doing for my own being? Do I have time and energy to give to you? If you do, go for it. Do it. Let me go to a third level. Here's the one that's a little caveat. It's good for my safety, health, and well being. It's great. I've got time and energy to do it, but do I wholeheartedly want to do it? This is the trick for codependence. Right here in codependence, they're going to say, of course, I wholeheartedly want to help you. Because again, if I help you, I feel great. In a way, it's a very selfless act that has a very self serving purpose. If I'm of good to you, you won't leave me. If I'm good to you, you'll think I'm amazing and I'll get some validation back. If I do this for you, it will be incredible when you look back at me and say, this is because of you. In reality, how many times is that going to happen? 5% of what you actually do for other people. Many times, those of us that are in codependent relationships with people, they start taking us for granted. They just assume that we're going to do those things. Why would they not? Why would they not assume it? We do it, we volunteer it. We don't sit back and wonder, what is good for me? And what can I do for you now? So here's the greatest thing in the decision-making process for codependence is if you start reevaluating what you're saying yes to through these three levels, it's going to help you put boundaries in place. Obviously, if it's not good for my safety, my boundary is way back here and it's a no. If it doesn't respect my time and my energy, it's a no. There's another boundary. And if I don't want to do this, it's a no. And it's a no without reason. It's just a no. At this time, I'm unable to do that. But thank you so much for asking. Try that with your kids. It's amazing. What boundaries do is it protects us. And when we're protected and when we're in a safe space with ourselves, we actually, number one, trust ourselves. It pulls our internal dialogue of anxiety and indecision way down. And now we're able to move forward in this amazing, strong, confident space. And when we move forward in confidence and in strength, not like power, and I'm not talking arrogance, I'm talking confidence and strength, it is very actually calming. And it brings peace to those around us who starts noticing how calm we are in our own convictions for ourselves. It's amazing. What it also does is it enables me to be absolutely present with anything I actually do say yes to. And by the way, if you say yes to something that you don't have time and energy for, and if you say yes to something you actually don't wholeheartedly want to do, I will have to say it is your own fault. You said yes. You said yes, and you could have said no. If you say yes, it's not now a blame game of how exhausted I am. It's not a blame game of you didn't say thank you to me. They didn't have to. They didn't force you to do this. You chose. Take responsibility, take ownership. And when you stop blaming others, you actually understand where your boundaries lie. Codependents also are fantastic at shifting the blame, hugely great at shifting the blame. So as we look at these things, the bottom line is we're looking for you to honor you, for you to honor your time, your energy, your safety, your well-being, your health, and also really your choice, the power of choice. In all of these ways, you have power to emerge into your life the way you want to emerge in your life. These are done regardless of your circumstances, in the smallest of ways. Don't ever forget that. Don't look around and say, well, I could never. Yes, you could. Yes, you can. You should. And eventually, I think you will. Because when we lived in a trapped life where we are beholden to other people, constantly pulling at us, tugging at us, we're either going to collapse in exhaustion. It's going to look a lot like depression, or we are going to be so angry that eventually we are going to burn bridges that we never intended to burn. And usually those bridges that we burn are with safe people, not with the people we're trying to please. So as you move through your day to day, all I want you to do is think through these tiers. These tiers are going to help you come back to, where are my boundaries? Again, safety, health, welfare, time, energy, and wholeheartedly choosing yes. If you got a yes, 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 go for it. And again, whatever comes of the choice, whether good or bad, that's on you. And you know what? You accepted the risk and the consequence and the benefit. It's awesome. Every choice has both. And if you say no to any, especially safety, walk away. Ask for help. Find somebody who will guide you out. You have to guide yourself out first and foremost, but somebody will come alongside and will encourage you. I'm so glad you're here because yes, life is messy. I am not here to tell you that life isn't messy. And actually, I'm going to tell you that once you start implementing boundaries, life is actually going to get messier because the people that are used to us not having boundaries are actually going to start rebelling against those boundaries. Hold steady. We'll talk about that in a future video. But know that life is messy. This is not about making life clean, organized, peaceful, calm. This is about making you organized, peaceful, and calm. Everything on the outside of you, when you start deciding things, it will be done with a calm, strong confidence. Again, go back to confidence strength. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hang in. Let me know in the comments below, how are boundaries difficult for you? Do they seem harsh? Do they feel selfish? Is it hard to deliver messages to those about your boundaries? Do you have to say, this is my boundary? Or can you finesse it a little bit more into conversation about what you're going to allow and not allow for yourself? I'd love to hear. This is a huge topic. This helps relationships become wholehearted, reciprocating relationships. If there's a power differential where somebody's always giving or somebody's always expecting, you're never, ever, ever going to experience the freedom of a healthy relationship. So I'm so happy you're here. Come back, check back. Can't wait to see you again.